I am Nova, 29 years old. I thought 7 years of waiting would earn Lucas's true love and marriage, but on our wedding day, I witnessed his betrayal with my sister. When I saw that glaring marriage certificate, I chose to bid farewell to this relationship with the most ironic of blessings. This wedding ultimately became my farewell to him. I grabbed the microphone and left without a second thought, completely bidding farewell to the man I once loved. Lucas, this time, I've truly let go, and I've let go of myself. After being with Lucas for 7 years, I finally got his proposal. With tears in my eyes, I nodded as I looked joyfully at the man in front of me. But on the wedding day, Lucas disappeared. Nova, look at this. I took my best friend's phone and saw Maeve's latest post on Moments. It was a marriage certificate, with Lucas's name glaringly obvious. The caption read, "Someone who loves you will drop everything to be with you." I pulled out my own phone and left a comment on Maeve's post. "Happy wedding, wish you a baby soon." Not even 2 minutes after posting the comment, Lucas stormed in angrily. "What are you throwing a fit for? I was just a little late. Can you stop being so petty?" I looked at Lucas and Maeve, who followed closely behind, and grabbed the microphone from the host. "Today is my ex-boyfriend and my sister's wedding. Now let's all wish them a happy marriage and a baby soon." After speaking, I ignored Lucas's attempts to stop me and left the wedding without hesitation. Lucas, this time I really left. The hotel Lucas chose was by the sea, with terrible transportation. The rain was pouring. As I walked out of the hotel, a staff member caught up to me and handed me an umbrella with a sympathetic look alone. I walked into the rain with the umbrella, only wanting to leave this place as soon as possible. I had barely gone far when Lucas caught up. Lucas grabbed my hand roughly and said impatiently, "Nova, is today really the time for you to throw a tantrum? Why are you being so unreasonable? I was just fulfilling a wish of Shauna's. Why are you getting jealous for no reason? Even though I registered the marriage with Shauna, aren't you the one I am having the wedding with? Can you stop being so unreasonable? Can you be a little more sensible? If you come back with me now, I can pretend like nothing ever happened. And now that you've left, how do you think others will see Shauna?" I flung Lucas's hand away and spoke calmly. "What? You already got the marriage certificate with her, and you won't even give her a wedding?" Hearing that, Lucas's expression turned even more impatient. "Shauna and I are completely clean. Nothing happened. Can you stop being so filthy-minded?" Lucas gripped my wrist tightly, completely forgetting it was already injured from a few days ago because of him. Now with that squeeze, blood started seeping from my wrist almost instantly. Lucas seemed to realize something. He looked at my wrist and nervously shifted his grip. I yanked my hand away hard, lost my balance, and fell to the ground, dropping the umbrella I was holding. My knee hit a stone on the ground, and blood started flowing immediately. Soon, the white wedding dress was stained with large patches of blood. Seeing this, a rare flash of panic crossed Lucas's face. He squatted down to try to pick me up, but just as he touched my arm, his phone rang. It was Maeve's special ringtone. Lucas glanced at me guiltily, then decisively stood up to take the call. "What, Shauna? You said your hand is injured." "Don't worry, sis. I'll be right there. Wait for me." After hanging up, Lucas looked at me still collapsed on the ground, completely disheveled, and a flicker of hesitation flashed in his eyes. "Nova, come with me. Shauna is hurt. There is no way the wedding can go on today. You're hurt too, anyway. I'll just drop you both at the hospital on the way." I let out a cold laugh and said, "You'd better hurry and go care for your wife." Hearing that, whatever patience Lucas had left vanished. He swung the umbrella he'd picked up and flung it hard at me. Seeing him waving the umbrella like that, my first instinct was that he was going to hit me. I tried to back away quickly, completely forgetting that the sea was right behind me. I fell into the water, and in that split second, I saw Lucas staring at me with a face full of mockery. "Lynn Nova, seriously, is this your idea of fun? You really went this far just to make me everyone knows you're an amazing swimmer. Pulling this stunt just makes me hate you even more. I've been way too nice to you usually. Stay in the water and reflect on yourself. Come find me when you've finally figured things out." With that, Lucas turned and walked away without even looking back. The moment I hit the water, I felt cold all over. Wearing a heavy wedding dress, plus it is the first day of my period, and now my knee is injured too. I flailed around in the water for a long time, but found myself sinking more and more, my head getting all fuzzy. Well, whatever. The person who loved me most in this world, my mom, is already gone, and the man who once only had eyes for me as being alive doesn't seem to mean much anymore. I closed my eyes and let the sea swallow me whole. I thought that was it for me, but when I opened my eyes again, I found myself in a hospital. I looked around. No one else was there. Just then, the hospital room door opened, and I looked toward it. It was a man about my age, and he looked. Seeing me awake, the man put down the thermal lunchbox he was holding and looked at me angrily. "Lynn Nova, no one in this world can trap you. The only one who can trap you is yourself." Hearing that, my heart skipped a beat. I suddenly looked up at him. The man didn't react to me and spoke again. "I was abandoned by my parents, bullied by everyone around me, and even the grandma who said she loved me and wouldn't leave me only said that so she could sell me off. I thought that was just how my life would be. So one rainy night, I chose to jump into the sea to end it all, but a girl risked her life to save me. And it was because of that girl that I realized everything I thought was trapping me was nothing at all in the end." After he finished speaking, the man stared at me and didn't say another word for a long while. The man's words completely shattered the emotions I had been trying so hard to suppress. I clutched the blanket and broke down crying. That girl was me. Fate is such a magical thing. Sometimes, the salvation you receive isn't some sudden stroke of luck. It's the reward for something good you did, or a right decision you made, at some point in the past. After letting out all the emotions in my heart, I calmed down. "Lucas, from this moment on, I've truly and completely let you go. Chin Leo, how have you been all these years?" Back then, after saving Chin Leo, I slapped him and said those things to him, then turned around and walked away without looking back. Hearing that, Chin Leo joked, "Good thing I had you back then, or the world would have lost an outstanding businessman." I smiled, but didn't say anything more. Over the next few days, Chin Leo took great care of me, and Lucas never once reached out. If this had been before, I would have called Lucas again and again, video called him again and again, just to make him worry and care about me. But now, I just want nothing more to do with him. After being discharged, I went back to the home Lucas, and I had once. This time, I came back to clear out all my stuff, and then leave this place for good. Not long after I got in, Lucas came back. When he saw me, Lucas's expression softened a little. He spoke gently. "At least you're being sensible. I gave you all this time to reflect. Looks like you've finally come to your senses, huh? This time, I'll be generous and won't make you apologize. But if there is a next time, I definitely won't forgive you. Oh right, these are the flowers and cake I bought for you. Here you go." Lucas handed me the rose and cake like he was doing charity. I ignored him and focused on replying to the lawyer's message on my phone. The moment I got home, I contacted the lawyer. Even though Lucas and I never got a marriage certificate, I was the one who put up all the seed money for his company back then. Why should I give it all to him now that we're splitting up? Seeing no reaction from me, Lucas started getting impatient again. Lynn Nova, I thought after 2 days you'd realize you were wrong, but now I get it. Are you just pushing your luck? I glanced at Lucas, then at the rose and cake in his hands. Roses. I'm allergic. Mango cake. I'm allergic. Since I was born, I haven't had many allergies, just roses and mango cake. All these years together, Lucas never gave me anything. This is the first time, and it feels like he's trying to kill me. I looked cold and spoke even colder. Take your damn stuff away, I don't like it. Seeing my attitude, Lucas's face turned dark, and he shoved the rose and cake straight into my arms. Can't you learn from Xiao Na? She was worried you'd be upset and told me to buy these for you on purpose. You are still her sister, yet you act like you've got no dignity. If word gets out, people will laugh at you. As soon as my exposed skin touched the rose, huge patches of red rashes broke out. Seeing that, Lucas stopped his complaining and sarcasm mid-sentence, staring blankly at my arm. Then it seemed like he realized something. Looking a bit awkward, turned his head, and after a moment said, I've just been really busy lately, and Nana hurt her hand. We kind of overlooked your allergy thing. But you should understand. It's not like we did it on purpose. I ignored the man in front of me and walked over to the medicine cabinet to find allergy meds. Seeing the once familiar medicine cabinet now crammed with dolls, I suddenly snapped back to reality. Before Lynn Maeve had called Lucas in the middle of the night crying, saying her mom was disgusted that she still kept those dolls at her age. In a fit of rage, her mom kicked her out and said she'd throw the dolls away. Lucas didn't even hesitate when he got the call. He brought Lynn Maeve to our place and cleared out the medicine cabinet so she could put her dolls there. I wasn't home at the time. When I got back, Lucas casually told me he'd put Lynn Maeve's dolls in the medicine cabinet. I didn't think much of it. Looking at it now, is there even a trace of medicine left in that cabinet? Lucas followed behind me and instantly noticed the wall of dolls, looking a bit awkward. Just as he was about to explain, I turned and left, picking up my phone to order some meds. Probably pissed off by my attitude, Lucas grabbed my hand from behind, his voice laced with anger as he spoke. Lynn Nova, I've already explained it to you. Do you find this fun or something? Don't think you can just act this recklessly because I treat you well. I watched helplessly as the wound on my bandaged wrist started bleeding again. I replied calmly, Lucas, if you want my life, just say so. Is this fun for you? Hearing that, Lucas seemed to have been hit where it hurt, gripping my wound tightly. Eyes red as he shouted at me, Lynn Nova, can you fucking stop already? If you keep being this unreasonable, let's just break up. Stop dreaming that I'll marry you. I let out a light laugh and said, sure. Lucas froze at my words, and I took that moment of his daze to shake his hand off. What did you just say? I spoke lightly, totally unfazed. I said, Lucas, let's break up. Fine, Lynn Nova, remember this. You're the one who said it. Even if you beg me on your knees crying later, I won't take you back. Don't regret it. With that, Lucas turned and stormed off, slamming the door hard behind him. I sat back down on the couch, casually playing with my phone and scrolling through moments. Not even 10 minutes later, I came across Lynn Maeve's latest post on Moments. 2 pictures. The first shows a bouquet of rose and a cake. The second shows Lucas squatting down to tie his shoelaces. The caption reads, I said I didn't like rose and mango cake anymore, and you threw them in the trash without hesitation, and gave me what I really wanted. I must be the happiest woman in the world. I smiled and gave her a like, and left a comment. "You are the trash, he is the bin. You two really are a match made in heaven." Now it all makes sense. No wonder Lucas suddenly gave me a gift out of nowhere. Turns out it was what Maeve didn't want, and passing it to me at least saved it from going to waste. Right after I posted the comment, I got a call from Lucas and a message from Chin Leo popped in. I immediately hung up on Lucas. I opened Chin Leo's message. It was an invitation. When I saw Chin Leo that day, he told me that his long-time dream had finally come true. Maybe he saw the envy in my eyes, so he encouraged me to pick up my own dreams again. I met Lucas during our freshman year. Back then, I was top of my major and teamed up with him, a computer science student, for a competition. We gradually got close, he confessed, and I said yes. We were like any other normal couple, studying together, eating together, competing together. When we graduated, I gave in to avoid a long-distance. I continued my design career, and Lucas started his own company. Lucas had a weak stomach, so I'd take cup after cup of wine from his hand, sealing deal after deal in his place. After Lucas's company gradually got on the right track, his parents fell ill again. So I had to run my own design business while wholeheartedly taking care of his parents and him. When I was hospitalized due to exhaustion, Lucas looked at me with red eyes, full of heartache. Back then, he held my hand, crying, and promised me that he'd never let me down in this life, that he'd never let me suffer even a bit. He suggested that I pause my own career and stay home to take care of him and manage the household. Considering Lucas's stomach issues and a few other factors, I agreed to it. Since then, my dream has forever stayed in that hospital room. Looking back now, I just feel I was unbelievably stupid. No matter what. One's career should never be given up. I ignored Lucas's messages, took my allergy meds, and started getting dressed up for the evening banquet. Back then, when my mentor found out I gave up on my dream for a man, she called me dozens of times. But I ignored all her heartfelt advice and went my own stubborn way. Tonight's banquet is hosted by that very mentor, and I am going to apologize to her in person. I turned down Chin Leo's offer to pick me up and drove there by myself. As soon as I got out of the car, I saw Chin Leo right away. Chin Leo saw me too. He walked straight over to me smiling and said, "Well, nervous?" I smiled back and replied, "Thanks, Chin Leo. Didn't expect you'd actually remember something I said so casually that day." Chin Leo smiled and said nothing, to avoid unnecessary trouble. I took Chin Leo's arm and walked into the banquet. When I looked up, I met Lucas's gaze. Lucas ignored Maeve beside him, and came straight toward me, his face full of anger. "So that is it, Nova. Turns out the reason you insisted on breaking up is because you've got someone else? You are breaking up with me because of this guy." Lucas stared at me angrily, reaching out to grab me. I took a step back, showing impatience, and said coldly, "Sir, please behave yourself. Your wife is still watching you over there." Hearing that, Lucas glanced back at Maeve, then turned around and tried to grab me again. I didn't want to get tangled up with him, so I pulled Chin Leo along and walked further inside. I immediately saw my mentor, but I hesitated, not daring to go over. My mentor saw me and walked straight toward me. "Professor," I spoke with shame, but before I could finish, my mentor hugged me tightly. "Finally, you've come back around." Hearing that, my eyes turned red. I hugged my mentor back and didn't say anything more. We walked off to the side and talked a lot. My mentor's eyes were red too, and the tone was a bit regretful. "You know, you are one of the few students I've had who is both talented and hard-working. Back then, when you gave up on your dream for a man, I was truly disappointed. But now that you've come to your senses, it's not too late." I nodded. Sis, you are here too. At some point Maeve walked over in arm with Lucas when she saw me. Her eyes were full of pride and smugness. I ignored her, didn't even spare them an extra glance, and kept chatting with the mentor. Seeing this, Lucas's face darkened, and he was just about to speak when Maeve stopped him. Hello, teacher. I am Maeve. I just received that top finalist award in the domestic design world this year. You've always been my role model, and I'd like to become your student. Maeve looked at the mentor with full anticipation in her eyes. Totally confident, after all, she had achieved some success in the design world at such a young age. That's rare. Hearing that, the mentor turned to glance at her, then looked at me and said, Well, still recognize me as your mentor. I smiled, nodded, and immediately grabbed the mentor's arm. Of course. You're the best mentor in the whole world. Maeve looked completely stunned, frozen for a moment. Snapping out of it, she spoke urgently. Teacher, Nova is nothing. You should choose a truly outstanding student. If you pick me, I'll work even harder. Seeing the mentor still ignoring Maeve, Lucas beside her was getting visibly uncomfortable too. He stepped forward, held Maeve's hand, and spoke gently. Hello, teacher. You probably don't know. Nova is my girlfriend. Her achievements in design can't compare to Maeve's. And she's put design aside for years now. So between the two of them, Xiaona still has more potential. Hearing that, I looked up at the man in front of me and said mockingly, What? Did I put design on hold all these years because I was lazy or because I lacked talent? I just lost my mind for a bit and took a detour. That's all. This gentleman is way too full of himself. And another thing, clearly you and this lady are already legally married, so how shameless can you be, trying to have your cake and eat it too? Lucas's face turned dark from my barrage of words, and he couldn't get a single word out for a long while. My mentor grabbed my hand and led me to the center of the banquet. Today, I want to announce something to everyone. This is my one and only disciple. Her excellence is beyond question. From now on, no more Raff showing up in front of me saying, they want to be my student. After saying that, my mentor gave Maeve and Lucas a meaningful glance. Maeve glared at me furiously, and Lucas, standing beside her, didn't look too happy either. After saying goodbye to my mentor, I got ready to leave the banquet. Just as I stepped out of the banquet, I ran right into Maeve and Lucas. The two of them were clearly coming for me. Maeve stepped forward and blocked my path. Sister, why did you steal my spot? Maeve looked at me all pitiful, her eyes full of tears. Because I'm better than you, that's why. Lucas stood to the side with a complicated expression as he looked at me, but he didn't say anything. I couldn't be bothered to deal with them, so I walked past them, ready to leave. As I passed by Lucas, he suddenly grabbed me. Nova, when are you coming home? I yanked his hand away hard and looked at him with a smirk. Home? What home? Bro, are you brain damaged or something? Lucas spoke urgently. Nova, I've been busy lately and neglected you, but there is really nothing going on between me and Xiaona. Just as he finished speaking and tried to come closer again, Maeve grabbed his arm. Brother Lucas, my stomach hurts. Hearing that, Lucas paused and looked at me with hesitation on his face. I said sarcastically, Go take good care of your wife. With that, I turned and walked away without looking back. In the following days, I studied with my teacher during the day and practiced alone at night. Life was pretty fulfilling. That day, I went to my teacher's house again and bumped into Maeve at the door. Maeve seemed to be waiting for me, and when she saw me, she strode up. Finally found you, Nova. Let's keep it short. Two things first. Leave Lucas. Stop clinging to him. Second, I'll give you $1 million. Give up your spot with the teacher to me. I laughed when I heard that. After all these years, Maeve is still as full of herself as ever. As for the first thing, I can't do that. You should talk to Lucas first. He's the one clinging to me right now. And the second thing, also impossible. You dreaming or something. Get lost already. Lately, even though my days have been full, I've been feeling super irritable too. Lucas probably thought I was really mad and throwing a tantrum this time. So he had someone send me my favorite sunflowers every morning, noon, and night. I threw them all in the trash and blocked all his contacts. After hearing what I said, Maeve didn't look too good. She snapped viciously. Nova, don't get too full of yourself. Don't forget, your mom's will and belongings are still with me. Hearing that, my heart sank, but my face stayed calm. All these years at home, I always backed down when facing Maeve and her mom. But that wasn't because I was weak. It was because my mom's will and belongings were with them. If you so much as touch them, I won't mind dragging us both down. Maeve froze when she heard me say that. Then, realizing what I said, she lunged at me, face full of rage. I didn't expect that from Maeve and was stunned. By the time I reacted, she had already tackled me to the ground. I felt a sharp pain in my lower abdomen, cold sweat pouring down. What are you doing? What's going on? Lucas rushed over toward us just then. Probably because we made too much noise, and a teacher from inside came out too. Seeing Lucas and the teacher, Maeve's expression changed instantly. She softened her voice and put on a pitiful face. Just as she was about to accuse me, Maeve noticed the panicked look on both Lucas and the teacher's faces. Nova, why are you bleeding? I just felt my eyelids getting heavier and heavier. Right before I passed out, I saw Lucas running toward me, his face full of panic. When I opened my eyes again, I was back in the hospital. I tried to lift my hand, but my arm felt numb, like something was pressing down on it. I lowered my eyes and immediately saw Lucas tightly holding my hand. He was probably woken up by me. Lucas lifted his head, staring at me tiredly for a long while. Soon after, Lucas snapped out of it, grabbed my hand tightly, eyes red. His voice trembled as he spoke. Nova, I really didn't know you were pregnant. I swear I didn't know. Lucas and I have been together for 7 years, and he has always wanted a baby. But back then during the checkup, the doctor said it would be very hard for him to have children. Even though I really hoped I could have a baby, I never showed it because I loved him. And now, this baby came at such a time, only to leave again. I smiled and said softly, See, even the heavens could tell how much I've suffered before. Hearing that, Lucas looked at me with tears streaming down his face, trying to hug me. I turned to the side right away, dodging his embrace. Nova, we'll have another baby. What matters most right now is for you to recover. Don't overthink. I'm here for you. I looked at him coldly, my tone icy. I already said it, Lucas. There's nothing between us anymore. You being here just makes me sick. Hearing what I said, Lucas's face turned pale, but he quickly put on a gentle expression again. Nova, I know you are still mad at me for getting the marriage certificate with Xiao Na behind your back. But it is just a piece of paper. The one I truly love has always been you. Besides, Xiao Na didn't know you were pregnant. That day you two fought. Both of you were already emotional. Xiao Na didn't mean for you to have a miscarriage. How about this? I'll let Xiao Na explain it to you herself, and make it clear that there's nothing going on between us. The marriage certificate was just to fulfill her wish. Perfect timing. I also need to have a good talk with Maeve. She's already pushed things this far. And now that I've got some evidence, there's no need to keep giving in to her. Seeing me agree, Lucas thought I still had feelings for him, and looked at me with joy all over his face. I lay down, turned away, and ignored him. Lucas moved fast. Within 10 minutes, Maeve walked in. Seeing Maeve also in a hospital gown, with that pitiful look, I just found it hilarious. "Sis, I really didn't know you were pregnant. I'm sorry." Seeing this, Lucas still looked at Maeve with affection, then turned his gaze to me, his face showing a hint of expectation. I ignored Lucas's gaze and said blandly, "Lucas, get out. There's something I only want to say to her." Lucas reluctantly walked out, and Maeve even gave him a reassuring look. Seeing Lucas leave the ward, Maeve dropped the act and plopped herself on the hospital bed with no restraint. She spoke with heavy sarcasm. "You tried to go against me, and now the baby's gone. What are you going to use to compete with me now?" Before I could say anything, Maeve smugly added, "You probably didn't know, huh? When you were hospitalized last time, it was already confirmed you were pregnant. I just blocked the news from getting out." "You didn't seriously think the miscarriage was an accident, did you? I wanted to show you not to mess with me. This was just a little warning. Next time, I won't be so nice." Hearing that, my eyes reddened, but I chuckled coldly and said, "Maeve, do you even realize you just confessed to a crime?" Maeve didn't care at all and replied, "So what? It's just your word against mine. Even if you go to the police, you've got no proof. I could even turn it around and accuse you of slandering me." "Oh, who says I don't have proof?" I raised the phone in my hand and gave it a little shake at her. With a mocking expression, I said, "Maeve, you really are stupid. I was planning to slowly lead you into confessing, but before I even started, you walked right into the trap yourself." Hearing that, Maeve's face turned ghostly pale, and she stared at me in fury. "Nova, you were recording. I suggest you delete it right now, or you'll never see any of your mother's crap ever again." Hearing that, my face turned grim as I spoke in a cold tone. "Maeve, I seriously suggest you don't do anything reckless. I've got something you can't even imagine in my hands." After hearing me, Maeve, who clearly had never been threatened like this before, lunged at me, trying to strangle me. I hurled the cup in my hand hard toward the door. Hearing the noise, Lucas burst into the hospital room and saw Maeve with her hands tightly around my neck. Lucas panicked and rushed over to shove Maeve away with all his strength. "Maeve, what the hell are you doing? Don't you know your sister just had a miscarriage and is still weak?" Hearing that, Maeve's eyes turned red as she looked at Lucas full of grievance. Before Maeve could explain, I pressed my phone and played the recording at full volume. The room went dead silent as Maeve's arrogant and smug voice played over and over from the phone. Maeve lunged to snatch the phone from my hand, but before she could get near me, Lucas kicked her away, sending her crashing to the floor. Maeve stared at Lucas in total shock. "Lucas, you actually hit me?" Lucas's face was dark, his eyes bloodshot as he glared at Maeve. "Maeve, the only reason I've done everything you asked is because you once took a stab for me, but now you're really pushing it. That was my child, and you actually schemed to kill my child." Lucas stepped forward and started tussling with Maeve. I watched it all coldly, gently touching my lower abdomen, only feeling sorry for the child. At that moment, the hospital room door opened. The advisor walked in with Chin Leo, followed closely by the police. Seeing Chin Leo, Maeve suddenly froze. She spoke with a trembling voice. "Is that Brother Chin?" At the last banquet, Maeve and Chin Leo hadn't met, This was her first time seeing him. Hearing that, Chinleo glanced at Lin Maeve with disgust and said coldly, "Don't call me that casually. I'm not some random pet or whatever's brother." But Lin Maeve acted like she didn't hear, ignoring Lucas's yelling behind her, crawling forward and throwing her arms around Chinleo. "Brother Chin, I've waited so many years for you. You're finally back." "Brother Chin, are you mad that I got registered with someone else?" "I was forced. I swear. I'll divorce Lucas right away. Please don't ignore me." Hearing that, the anger on Lucas's face deepened. He grabbed Lin Maeve by the hair, speaking coldly. "You're the one who begged to fulfill your wish and asked me to register with you? And now you are flipping the script on me?" I couldn't be bothered to watch this circus, so I briefly explained everything to the police. Lucas and Lin Maeve were both taken away by the police. The advisor hugged me tightly, voice choked. "It's okay. It's okay. I'm here now, I'm here." I hugged the advisor back, tears streaming down from the corners of my eyes. A few days after I was discharged from the hospital, Lucas and Lin Maeve were released. I threw myself wholeheartedly back into chasing my dream. While recovering at home, I also studied the knowledge I'd fallen behind on. I moved to a new place, and no one knew except the teacher and Chinleo. But unexpectedly, just as I stepped out to throw away the trash, I saw Lucas at the door. Lucas looked like a mess. His hair was wild like a bird's nest. His eyes were bruised, stubble all over his face, and he was still wearing the same dusty clothes from that day. When he saw me come out, Lucas quickly stood up and looked at me cautiously. "Nova, it's all my fault." "Every bit of it. I shouldn't have listened to Lin Maeve. I divorced her as soon as I got out. Nova, you have to believe me. From beginning to end, you were the only one in my heart. I love you. Nova, I was really such a number before. I am begging you, please give me a chance, okay?" I didn't even look at him and tried to walk past him. But Lucas grabbed me and looked at me with a face full of desperation. I yanked my hand away forcefully, and the trash I was holding scattered all over the ground. "Lucas, stop being so pathetic." "Okay, I'll say it again. We've been done for a long time. Stop clinging on, will you?" I pointed to the trash scattered on the ground and said again, "Look, even scattered trash can't go back to the way it was, let alone relationships between people." With that, I turned around without hesitation, ready to leave. Hearing what I said, Lucas hurriedly squatted down and tried to pick up the trash with his hands, gathering up all the soupy mess. "Nova, look, I gathered them all together. See, with a little effort we can still fix this." After being together for so many years, Lucas was super OCD. I always handled and threw out the trash at home. He never even touched it. But now, even though he was clearly disgusted, forcing himself to do it with trash all over his hands, it didn't stir a single emotion in me. Ignored him and stepped out. For the next few days in a row, Lucas rang my doorbell, like clockwork, morning, noon, and night. His hands were full of flowers, thermos boxes, and all kinds of gift boxes. At first I thought it was delivery, so I opened the door. When he saw me open it, Lucas lit up and eagerly showed me everything he brought. "Nova, look, these are your favorite sunflowers, aren't they pretty? Nova, you just got out of the hospital. You're still super weak. I made chicken soup for you, drink it while it's hot. And these too, Nova, these are all your favorite clothing brands. I got them all for you." I didn't even glance at them. I shoved Lucas out and threw all the stuff he was trying to push in back at him. The moment I slammed the door, I saw Lucas fall to the ground, soup from the thermos spilling all over him. I felt absolutely nothing. I coldly shut the door with a blank expression. I called the security guard downstairs and had Lucas taken away. I didn't see him again for several days. Rare peace and quiet, and my body had mostly recovered, so I threw myself fully into my designs. That night, I happily headed to my mentor's house with my latest drafts. As soon as I stepped outside, I realized it was pouring rain. I held my umbrella and headed alone to the parking lot, only to spot Lucas at a glance. Lucas was holding a box, soaked from head to toe, looking at me with hopeful eyes. "Nova, I heard everything about your mom. I brought everything back for you." I quickly took the box from Lucas's hands and softly said, "Thank you," just as I was about to get in the car and leave. Lucas gripped my hand tightly. His voice trembled a little. "Nova, is there really no chance for us anymore?" "Nova, we've been together for 7 whole years, not 7 days, not 7 months, 7 years. Nova, I truly realize my mistake now. I am begging you, please. Just give me one last chance." "Okay, could we really start over?" "Of course not. It took me 7 whole years to see someone clearly. Why would I throw myself back into the fire so recklessly?" I yanked my hand away from Lucas, my tone icy. "Lucas, I don't love you anymore. Let me say this one last time." Lucas lost his balance and fell in the rain, the water mixing with tears streaming down his face. Seeing I was about to leave, Lucas wrapped himself around my leg and pleaded miserably, "Nova, I don't want to be apart from you. Please, please give me a chance." I kicked him away with all my strength and snapped impatiently, "Lucas, don't make me hate you." With that, I turned around without hesitation, got in the car, and drove off. Since that day, I never saw Lucas again. I took Maeve and her mother to court together. With solid evidence, they were sentenced to 20 years. The moment I got the call about my mom being critically ill, I knew something was fishy. I endured for all these years and finally gathered enough evidence to uncover the truth. It was Maeve and her mother who secretly poisoned my mom's medicine, which made her condition worse. Now, I've finally gotten my revenge. Later, I got a call from Lucas. I hung up right away and blocked him for good. Right after that, I received a message from an unknown numbers. "Sorry, I am becoming a monk." I deleted the message immediately. I mean, even if he transitions, it's none of my business anymore. I threw myself completely into my career. And finally, at 29, won the top award in the design world. On the day I won, Chin Leo proposed to me. I turned him down. After all, a woman's gotta stay focused on her career.